Have you ever wondered where the modern idea of a vampire comes from? That pale, charming, yet terrifying creature of the night. Well, much of it traces back to one legendary novel, Bram Stoker's Dracula, published in 1897. This isn't just a horror story. It's a gripping tale of suspense, mystery, and the battle between good and evil. So grab a blanket, maybe some garlic, and let's dive into the haunting world of Count Dracula. Our story begins with a young English lawyer named Jonathan Harker. He is traveling to the remote Carpathian Mountains in Transylvania to finalize a real estate deal with a nobleman, Count Dracula, from the moment he arrives at the crumbling, eerie castle. Things feel off. The locals are terrified, crossing themselves at the mere mention of Dracula's name. The Count himself is strange, impeccably polite, yet with a chilling presence. He's old but strangely strong, sleeps during the day, and has an unsettling interest in England. Jonathan soon realizes he's not a guest. He's a prisoner. He discovers the Count's horrifying secret. Dracula is a vampire, an undead creature who survives by drinking the blood of the living. He sleeps in a coffin filled with his native soil and can command creatures of the night. Jonathan's journal entries become more and more desperate as he witnesses terrifying sights, like the Count crawling down the castle walls like a lizard. His escape from the castle is a narrow, harrowing ordeal that leaves him physically and mentally scarred. Meanwhile, back in England, Dracula has arrived. He travelled by ship, and the vessel mysteriously arrives with its entire crew missing. The dead captain tied to the helm. The Count's first target is Lucy Westerner, the beautiful best friend of Jonathan's fiancée, Minna Murray. Lucy begins to suffer from a mysterious illness. She becomes pale, weak, and has the tiny marks on her neck. Her friends, desperate to save her, call in a specialist from Amsterdam, Professor Abraham Van Helsing. Van Helsing is no ordinary doctor. He's a scientist, philosopher, and an expert on the occult. He immediately recognizes the signs of a vampire's attack. Despite their efforts, blood transfusions, garlic flowers, and crucifixes, it's too late. Lucy dies, but her story isn't over. She rises from the grave as a vampire herself. Preying on local children, Van Helsing must lead her former suitors in a heartbreaking mission to stake her through the heart, freeing her soul from the curse. Now, the group knows what they're up against. Van Helsing gathers the brave men, along with Minna, to hunt down the Count. Minna becomes a crucial part of the team. She diligently compiles all the journals, letters, and newspaper clippings to piece together Dracula's movements and weaknesses. But this makes her a target. In a terrifying scene, Dracula attacks Minna, forcing her to drink his blood, creating a psychic link between them. This curse is a double-edged sword. While it torments Minna, it also allows Van Helsing to sometimes glimpse into Dracula's mind, helping them track him. The hunt is on. The group learns that Dracula's power is tied to his native soil. They set out to find and sterilize the boxes of Transylvanian earth he brought to England, forcing him to flee back to his homeland. What follows is a thrilling chase across Europe. Our heroes race against time to intercept Dracula before he can reach the safety of his castle. They know if they don't destroy him before sunset on the final day, Mina's curse will become permanent. The climax is a dramatic showdown just outside Castle Dracula. The heroes intercept the gypsies transporting the Count's final coffin. As the sun begins to set, a frantic battle ensues. Jonathan Harker slashes Dracula's throat with a kukri knife while his American friend, Quincy Morris, stabs the Count in the heart with a Bowie knife. As Dracula dies, his body crumbles into dust. The curse on Minna is broken and she is freed. The nightmare is finally over, though victory comes at a cost, as Quincy Morris sadly dies from his wounds. He dies knowing they have saved the world from a great evil. Dracula is more than just a spooky story. It's a masterpiece of Gothic horror that explores themes of life and death, ancient superstition versus modern science, and the darkness that can hide behind a civilized exterior. It cemented the vampire archetype in our culture forever. So next time you see a vampire on screen, remember the original nobleman from Transylvania. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the darkness. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tales from the shadows. See you next time.